Long before written history, Anatolia was already shaping human destiny. This land witnessed the earliest known expressions of belief, community, and ritual. Ati, Bikli Tepe. Massive stone pillars were raised by hunter-gatherers more than 11,000 years ago, long before cities or agriculture. This discovery changed how historians understand civilization itself. It suggests that shared belief came before permanent settlement, pulling people together through meaning rather than survival alone. Anatolia's fertile valleys and strategic position allowed early societies to grow, trade, and experiment with power and cooperation. These first communities laid the foundation for everything that followed, turning the region into one of humanity's original laboratories of civilization. As societies grew, Anatolia became home to powerful Bronze Age kingdoms. The Hittites built one of the ancient world's first empires, ruling through law, diplomacy, and military strength. They signed the earliest known peace treaty and developed advanced systems of governance. After them came the Phrygians and Lydians, who introduced coinage, forever changing trade and economics. This era marked Anatolia's transformation into a center of innovation, where political organization and economic systems influenced surrounding regions. Power here was no longer temporary. It was structured, recorded, and defended. Greek settlers arrived along the western coasts, bringing art, philosophy, and new political ideas. Cities like Ephesus and Miletus became centers of learning and culture. Myth and history blended in places like Troy, where legend immortalized real conflict. These city-states connected Anatolia to the wider Mediterranean world. Later, Roman rule unified the region under imperial authority, building roads, aqueducts, and cities that still stand today. Anatolia became a backbone of the Roman Empire, rich, stable, and deeply influential. When Rome divided, Anatolia became the heart of the Byzantine Empire. Constantinople rose as the most powerful and protected city on earth. Christianity flourished here, spreading outward through missionaries, councils, and sacred texts. Churches and monasteries reshaped the spiritual landscape, while imperial power blended with religious authority. For centuries, Byzantium stood as a guardian between East and West, surviving invasions, religious conflicts, and internal struggles. Anatolia during this time was a land of faith, resilience, and unbroken continuity. The arrival of Turkic peoples changed Anatolia forever. After key battles, Islamic rule spread across the region, blending with existing cultures rather than erasing them. Seljuk, architecture, art, and scholarship flourished, transforming cities and trade routes. This period marked a cultural fusion, where Persian, Arab, Byzantine, and Turkic traditions merged. Anatolia became a bridge not only of geography but of identity, preparing the ground for a new imperial force that would soon rise. From a small frontier principality, the Ottomans expanded into one of history's greatest empires. The conquest of Constantinople symbolized a turning point for the world. The Ottomans ruled vast territories through tolerance, law, and administrative skill. Istanbul became a global capital of culture, science, and faith. Mosques, markets, and palaces reshaped the skyline, while diverse communities lived under a single imperial system. Anatolia was the empire's heart, sustaining its power for centuries. By the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire weakened under internal strain and global pressure. Reform came too late, and World War I delivered the final blow. Anatolia became a battlefield, and survival itself was uncertain. Out of collapse emerged a determined resistance, led by Mustafa Kemal. Through sacrifice and struggle, the Turkish War of Independence was won. Empire gave way to republic, ending centuries of imperial rule. Modern Turkey was built on radical transformation. Religion and state were separated, education reformed, and a new national identity forged. Yet the past never disappeared. Ancient ruins, imperial cities, and sacred sites still shape daily life. Turkey today stands as a nation layered with time, carrying the memory of humanity's rise, fall, and reinvention. Its history is not finished. It continues, shaped by the same land that has always pulled the world toward it. Turkey is not a country you simply visit or study. It is a place you inherit through history. Every era we have explored did not erase the one before it. Instead, each layer settled into the land, leaving traces that still breathe beneath modern streets and skylines. From the first stones raised in silent worship to the rise and fall of empires that ruled continents, this land has never stopped shaping the human story. What makes Turkey unique is not just the number of civilizations that passed through it, but the way they still exist together. Ancient temples stand beside mosques, Roman roads lead into modern cities, and old imperial capitals remain centers of life and power. The past here is not distant. It is present, watching, and waiting to be understood. As the world continues to change, Turkey remains what it has always been: a bridge, a crossroads, and a witness. Empires may fall, beliefs may evolve, and borders may shift, but this land endures. To understand Turkey is to understand how civilization survives through transformation. And as long as humanity seeks meaning, power, and identity, the story of this land will never truly end.